Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? And welcome to the latest edition of Drew Mania Live. So great to have you with us on this Wednesday, the 3rd day of November, the year 2021. And of course, this is yours truly, Andrew L. Perry. Thank you very much. As always, coming to you live and at you from the busy streets of New York City. And today I am speaking to you from Kingsborough Community College in Brooklyn, New York, as I chat to you what is happening as far as in the world of sports. Well, we got a lot. Well, we have plenty to discuss as usual. So let's get right to it, shall we? Let's talk about the Atlanta Braves winning their first title since 1995, as many of you guys realize, has shut out the Houston Astros by the score of 7-0. A lot of things to say. The Braves, what a turnaround season they have, and who would have thought in the third day of November that the Atlanta Braves would be the kings of the baseball world. Even though for the most part, to me, the World Series was pretty evened up for the most part. Pretty much the pitching, the pitching was pretty much, Atlanta, give them credit. Had a lot of injuries, especially on Acuna. The trade that they made from the Cubs to bring Jorge to the Cubs, and what a monster home run he hit. But Dan Swanson, man. To me, I would have given Swanson the MVP because he hit a grand slam, and who would have thought that the Atlanta Braves, despite losing Game 5, haven't lost a home game until Game 5 of this year's World Series, and they really have been clicking on all cylinders, and they really are gamers. And this is what happens, and we said it 1,000 times, folks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you finish in the regular season. It doesn't matter how you start in the regular season. It's how you finish. And the Braves, this is the team that was under 500 in the beginning of the season until late August, when they took the division away from the Mets, and also more on the Mets in a second. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the Mets and stuff like that. But that's neat. You know what? Let's save it for another day. Anywho, to come back the way they did and hold the division for so long, and beat the heavily Dodgers, beat the second best team in the record, the wild card Dodgers. They beat the Milwaukee Brewers. Well, the only team I don't know about you guys, but the only team I really wasn't surprised that they beat was the Milwaukee Brewers, because the Milwaukee Brewers did not finish the season strong as we expected. But man, after Aaron Z, the Braves starting pitching was not sexy at all. It really wasn't. They have Ian Anderson just did really pitch a solid postseason. He really did, and Sneaker, I mean, what a phenomenal job he did, and bringing the championship back to Atlanta. And as for the Astros, the only person I really feel bad for, no one ain't gonna feel sorry for the Houston Astros as far as I'm concerned. The only person that you really, for the most part, really feel sorry for is Dusty Baker. Dusty Baker, for the most part, this is his second World Series or third World Series after the Astros won in 2017 and didn't fail to win the championship. But it's not his fault, The Astros got the Astros. They didn't win Game 4. And for the most part, the Astros didn't really hit the way they normally do. But they did. The one thing I could say about the Astros, they did not go down quietly. That's for sure. They really didn't. They really, really didn't. But the pitching for me is the reason why they lost. They didn't bring the championship or force a Game 7 for that matter. Because I was hoping, if they would, I was hoping, going to Game 4 after Atlanta lead the series 3-1, they win Game 5 and bring it back to Houston. I thought Houston had a chance to bring it to Game 7, but Mike Fiers. I mean, after that first hit, oh my God! And thank God it wasn't a serious injury, because that could have been a disaster. That really could have been a disaster. So thank God. I mean, but anyway, let's stay back to the Braves and the injuries. Losing Charlie Morton in Game 1 of the World Series with a broken leg. Acuna out for the season. A lot of injuries with the Atlanta Braves. But the bottom line is they got the job done. They got guys that play that, and Swanson said it. They've been together since they've been together since college, and in a lot of dividends it helps. It helps in a lot of ways, and for that you got to give them you got to give them credit. That's what happens when you've been together for so long and know each other for so long, and they play a lot of good baseball, and got hot at the right time. And I don't want to bring this up, but now the Marlins, the Phillies, and now the Braves have won in the 20th century. The only team in the NL East that hasn't won a championship since the year 2000 was the New York Mets. The New York Mets been to 2 World Series and haven't won none. And if I'm a Mets fan, I'm going to be honest with you, you should be sick to your stomach. Because to be honest, that should have been their world championship. Because the Atlanta Braves not only took the division, they took the division and run away with the title. So that's a lot. So that's a lot to say something. There's a lot to say so, So, well, with that said, the baseball season is officially over until next year. So, enjoy these sport. I hope you guys enjoyed the baseball that we had, because chances are we may not see baseball again for a while, because the bargaining agreement is going to get very nasty between the Players Association and MLB. So it's going to get very, very ugly from here on out. And yeah. So I enjoyed the most of it. And with that, that's going to do it for this edition of Drew Mania Live. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to listen to this episode again, please go to Spreaker.com. Type in the keyword Andrew L. Perry. Once again, go to Spreaker.com. Type in the keyword Andrew L. Perry. And always, you can also listen to my show on my podcast. Go to my Instagram. Go to Nighthawks84 Blacksmith or Drew6079. And once again, go to my Instagram, 84 Nighthawks84 Blacksmith, and Drew M6079. And also follow my show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. And I'm enjoying this night's view, and I'm about to get up on out of here before the sunset goes down. Until next time, this is Andrew Perry. Always say to you, shalom, let peace. This is Andrew Perry, always saying to you, let peace go with you. And I'll talk to you in the next Drew Mania Live. So long, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and the rest of the week. Take care.